The photos I ordered last week finally arrived, and now I'm ready to scrapbook them and relive some fun memories. I've spent so much time completing huge album projects. You may have seen them here on YouTube. I've neglected all the other photos in my life. So now I'm going into my files and I'm going into my computer. I'm going to chip away at these and scrapbook the forgotten photos. So grab your trimmer and hurry to your scrapbook room. This is the forgotten photos. It's Wednesday night and I'm procrastinating getting my pages done this week by watching a Braves game with Jeff and Nathaniel. And Nicholas. Scrapbooking will have to wait until tomorrow. I've got all our pictures printed from our fun nights of office trivia. And that's what I'm going to work on now. Since I did the 4 pages of the office trivia with a real Todd Packer in a previous episode, now I'm going to fill in the gaps with all of these fun events. These should just be single pages. I've got all of our events stored in Outlook. It serves as a prompt for me to Google upcoming trivia nights. But I can use these for my journaling and organization. I'm also making some notes of some of the punches that I might want to use. Well, one punch. I need to do a quick power layout with these to make sure I'm on track, but the pool table is currently occupied. So I'll use this back room. Our first trivia night dates back to October of 2023, and I've got 6 photos. I'm actually going to make that 2 pages because it'll give me room to journal about the first one. Then we have 3 events, and it looks like 2 pictures. One event where we didn't take any pictures, and we won first place. And then this next event, and then this next event. So those can all go on the same night. Oh, but we have another event after that we didn't take pictures either. So I'm going to write that down as well. Okay, so we've got 4 events represented on this one page. That's efficient scrapbooking, but I've only got 2 pictures. Then I've got the next event, which is 4 photos. That should be 1 page. Oh, but wait. After that, I've got the 4-page spread that I did in episode 3 of Forgotten Photos that clearly has to start on the left. So what am I going to do about that? After that, I've got 4 pictures for a single night. But I've got to deal with chronological order. But you know what? I don't have to. So this is May, and this is June, and then this is January. So let's do this. Let's put June before May. How about that? So this will go, these 4 pages will go here. Put them up there. Then we can do the May. We'll just go out of order. It's okay. Does not matter. I'm more concerned with having the 2-page spreads as they need to go. And that's it. It's just the 4 pages I've already done and 6 pages I need to do, and then our amazing trip to Scranton for the Office 5K. I haven't even got those photos together. So now I know what I need to do. These 6 pages. I don't know if I can do all this today. We'll see what I can do. So I did the quickest power layout ever, and I didn't use papers yet, so I'll have to get to that. I don't think I'll finish all this tonight. It is now after midnight, and I just finished up some work that followed my Fast Page Spring Fever Facebook event, weekly drawing. So just a lot of stuff going on, and I had a team Zoom crop tonight. So after midnight, I am finally making myself do this, and it is Thursday. This is due tomorrow at 8, edited. I can do it. I'm going to take a moment with this lined paper and be consistent through all these pages. I'm going to write the date, the location, what our team name was, and then what place we came in. And I'll, of course, use the ribbon punch with the appropriate color, blue for first, red for second, or white for third place, just like a ribbon. That way I'll have all these made up for all of these different events and ready to go on the page. I did not do that for the pages I've already done. I don't know if I can fit it in or not. We'll see. Wow, just a few minutes with my black dual tip pen, and I've got these ready to cut now. Okay, for our ribbon punch, what do you say we go sparkly? Now, there was 1 third place win the first time we did that. That's a white ribbon, but white doesn't show up well on white, so we're going to, that's stuck together, I don't know why. We're going to punch a black to use as the shadow, and I may punch 2, and that's a nice technique to, I don't know why these are stuck together. That's a nice technique to frame it. I think we can do that where you've got the black shadow coming all around it. Then my Power Simple sleeve, this is where I keep my cardstock remnants. extras. We've got some firecracker red shimmer. I think there was only one second place. I better get a lot of blue. Where's my pretty blue? Here we go. I gotta admit, we are good at office trivia. That's 5. Is that enough? Oh, nope, I need 7. Okay, that should do it. I'm putting myself in the habit of doing this to my little scraps of cardstock because when you have holes like this, they tend to get tangled up and it's so super annoying. There we go. I'll still have to trim some of these down some, but I wanted to put the ribbon on there first. And I am so glad that I did all of these at once because do you know how super annoying that would be to have to go back and try to recreate something exactly the same that I'd already done? Very. So I think we can put that kind of like that. Oh, how cute. It's just a little card. And then I'll probably back them as well, maybe in the same color. Wow, that one fit perfectly. And here's how I want to do this one so that it will show up. I think I can make this work. Perfect. That works. Now we're going to trim off any excess to even them up. I'll wait to mat these to see what I'm doing on the page. I'm just not sure yet. My first 2 pages are the first time that just me and Nathaniel went to office trivia. And we got a respectable 3rd place, just the 2 of us. But I wanted to journal about how we found this place and the experience and everything. And I really just don't know that I'm up to the journaling tonight, so I may skip this one. Let's put it aside and see what we have next. That's the great thing about a power layout. You can kind of scrapbook out of order if you want to. Ooh, but first, let's look at our pages that we already did and see if there's any place for this little card that I just made. Knowing me, there is not because I filled every space. Yeah, I'm certainly not messing up that page. If you watched episode 3 and then episode 4, you saw how much work went into that one. Yeah, I didn't leave any room for that at all. So I don't know that I can add this here. I at least need to put a blue ribbon. I keep trying to set it somewhere. There's nowhere this is going to go. Nowhere. But I documented everything, but why don't we just add a blue ribbon somewhere? And that would be right here. Is that going to mess up the look of this page? I really worked hard on that page. You know, we don't have to show all of those tickets, do we? And look how this fits right here. Look how it's the perfect size. I'm going to say that's meant to be. And let's see, did I do these with repositionable tape runner? I did not. All right, we're just going to peel it off. I'm going to undo pages I did months ago. That's okay. Ruin these tickets. It's okay. We don't have to have all the tickets showing. It's really okay. I could kind of do them like that to where you can see all the info, and then there we go. Because I think it's important to see how much you paid for it because that's neat to look at later on. So here I am with regular tape runner. We're just going to do that. Just kind of overlapping them, and it's going to go outside the little box there. And then here's how strongly I feel about it. Regular tape runner. With heavier things like this, I like to use regular tape runner. I just feel more confident in it. Okay, I totally changed the look of the page, but it's really okay because it matches the others. So let's say those are done again. I won't count them in our total though. And here's the most recent 2 right there. So why don't we come in the middle here? We won't do the one with all the journaling. And we've got all these done. So I'm going to go set these aside so I don't get them confused. And here's what we're going to do. We've got this date, and let's see what date we have here. January the 3rd, 24. So we'll find this little info I made. Okay. And then I've got 4 represented on this page. So we've got November 4th, September 18th, December 11th, January 15th, 25. And I'll go put these 2 on the remaining pages. Okay, I love the consistency that we're creating with these. So this is all one page here. And then can we get all of these? I can throw this away now. On one page. So let's match these up. This is November 4th. Our 1 second place. You know, the time we got 3rd place on the first one that Nathaniel and I did, it was completely my fault. I missed the last question. It was completely my fault. But this one right here, it was in a really big restaurant. And there was no way to know that people didn't Google things. And the question that we missed that somebody got right, we still think they Googled it. But I digress. I'm not being a sore loser. That was a super fun one right there. Okay, and then we've got these two one here. That's a lot to put on that page, but I think it can be done. I think I'm going to use this Border Maker cartridge, this film strip. It's a really old one. I think it's good because The Office is a TV show, so that kind of makes sense. It'll be like a good border. And these, if you've never seen them, are the Stamp and Storage carousels for the Creative Memories Border Maker cartridges. Aren't they amazing? They come in this natural color, or you can upgrade and get them in white. You can even upgrade and have them put together for you, but I put these together myself, and it wasn't too hard. I'll put my link in the description of this video for my Stamp and Storage affiliate link. And if you're watching this video really quickly after I've made it, there is a Memorial Day sale going on for 15% off store-wide. So it's a great time to get one of these. I took some time the other night to reorganize my cardstock scraps. So I still have them in the same thing, but I get really lazy, hint the lazy scrapbooker, putting things back. And I found like red and green and just ridiculous things like that. So everything's nice and organized. I'm trying to train myself to put everything back in the right place. So I'm going to make a couple of these to kind of crisscross them at the bottom of the page, or maybe at the top of the page, or maybe at the left side of the page, because I think that will look better since I'm not going to have a space for borders on that right side page. So I think the left side will look much better. I'm just going to go ahead and punch. While I've got this, then I'll cut in a moment. Okay, so the key is to trim this exactly where it needs to be. I'm going to try it at 1 1/8. Let's see. That is absolutely perfect. So if you have this one, 1 1/8 is exactly where you want to trim it. And with the new Creative Memories trimmer, that is so easy to measure. Even if you don't love fractions. Wow, that is absolutely perfect. So I'm kind of looking at something like that. Can I fit everything in? Absolutely. Now I just need to figure out what background paper I'm going to use. It's going to be a simple page. Oh my gosh, these just arrived today and I have not even unpacked my box and priced everything. But Vivid Melodies, the whole collection, I just pulled out the Deep Orchid and the Cornflower here because I can kind of see that those may go well here. Which one do we like better? I'm going to go with the Cornflower. Oh, I can't wait to get this whole collection out and begin to use it. I love tonal paper. So let's see which ones. Ooh, that's pretty. That would make a great background, I think. Or even like that. Ooh, I love stripes. I love that too. Oh my gosh, this is a hard choice. That's pretty too. Gradient always a great background. I want those black film strips to pop, and I don't think they will unless I were to do it like that. And when I do gradient, I just want the dark on the outside. It just looks right to me. So maybe we could use these as our background and then use this paper. Oh, it's so pretty for our photo mats. I like it. I think that's a winner. Let's do it. I better get both of those sheets out because I'm probably going to use both sheets. I'm going to need a lot of this paper. Oh, it was this beautiful stripes. First, so that I can conserve paper and space, let's take a look at the photos and see if we can trim anything off. No, I don't want to trim the top of that tree off. Not really, no. It was a bad selfie in the parking lot. And this one, I'll trim this white edge off, of course, and just a little bit more. That's about all I can really trim off there. I didn't do a lot of good with that. And I know I can do these two photos on that one right there. I like a skinny mat, so I cut it 4.5 inches wide. Here's my trick to make the mat perfect every time. Line up the photo with the left edge of the gray strip. That's 1/8 inch. There we go. And the rest of this, since this photo is shorter, I know it's going to work. Okay, I have enough there to mat something here, so I think I'll use that to mat one of these. These are quick pages. I love it. I just love that I'm finally getting these on a page. And even though I skipped a couple of pages, it's okay because the power layout tells me exactly what I need to do. We've had so much fun at all of these events. I just love them. It's good, clean family fun. Well, I don't know if it's clean, but it's good fun. Should I mat this one in red because it's a second place? That is a trend I can't keep up with for the rest of these. If your photo, or in this case a journaling card, is on the right-hand side, depending on the way the paper is, then just line up the edge of it with this dotted line on the right, and that is 1/8 inch. Okay, all cut, and here's what's left of my 2 pieces of beautiful paper I used for the mat. So we'll set that aside. Okay, I feel like I want to do the papers like this with the dots heavier at the top, and the reason why is if I do them like this, they'll kind of get lost and all of that. I think this looks better. It's almost like a plain white page, but not really because it's got these cool dots on it. So let me see if I can find a good arrangement and if there's anything else I need to add. Honestly, with this, it's going to be just like getting all this on here on the right-hand side. I can at least kind of attach the certificate a little bit to the picture and overlap it some. Where am I going to put these? Okay, they fit. They fit. All right. We're not chronological. These two are out of order, but I don't think that matters. This one's to the left, so it's kind of first. Hey, I think we're ready to put these down. I'd better use this layout ruler to make sure that's straight. Yep. These two events, we didn't have any photos. We just forgot to take photos. Can you believe that? We should have had at least one. I didn't really leave myself any room to journal. The only thing I would journal here is the story, the question that we missed right there, and our theory that the winning team Googled. It was a very big restaurant, and I'm sounding a bit like a poor sport there. But the question was so hard, and I'll tell you what it was. If you're a fan of The Office, it'll make sense. In the episode that had the Finer Things Club, which is where three characters, Pam, Oscar, and Toby, have a little club, and they read fancy books, and they wear fancy clothes and everything. The question was, what books did they read? There was a team that got that question right, and I am just floored. So kudos to them if they really know the answer. Okay, I like that. It's just very simple. They could have definitely known the answer because it was probably a big team. If there were a big team and a lot of people and they, each were able to name a book. I just don't know how anybody would know that. Yay, I love it. I love my decisions just to do the one little border over here and nothing over here because there's just not room. The only thing I might do is kind of put it sideways behind something, but I don't think it fits. I think this is just a perfect little easy border over here. I was able to journal on a little journaling box here that I'm about to make. I did not use up all the room. That's okay. Let me grab this leftover paper and we'll mat that one. Oh my gosh, I'm just writing on the fly directly on the piece of paper. This could be really, really dumb. Okay, that journaling worked out. So I had to go and grab the stickers that go with Vivid Melodies too. And let's see if there's anything I just have to have on these pages. I don't have a lot of room for anything. Ooh, but look at all this. Oh, there's lots of good little words here. I really should have given myself more room for this one. I did put Nathaniel competed one-on-one, an epic tiebreaker to win first place. It was amazing. I think I'm going to put the having fun down here. If I put them up here, they get a little lost in all those dots. So let's put them down here. What are these? I don't know. I think I'm going to put one right here that says family, and that will show up because this is the first time that Jeff joined us. I think that's all I need on these. And done. And oh my gosh, I love how these turned out. So simple. The photos and all this journaling is definitely the focus here. But I gotta say, I love that border. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to use Vivid Melodies 2 on more of these pages. Maybe I'll just use a different color. That is super fun. Okay, I stand up for 1 minute and this guy has taken over my mat. He's taken over my cushion and my chair. In his defense, he was trying to get my attention to let me know he wants his midnight snack. Okay, it is super late. It is 1:24 a.m. I have got to get this video edited because I don't want to leave it till tomorrow. I work best after midnight, so let's get this done. I've got a plan now for the rest of these pages, and maybe I can knock those out next week in episode 13. My favorite part of scrapbooking is organizing the album beforehand. I have to admit, I just love that. So now I have a plan to put all these different events over the last 3 years into one fun book. So maybe in next week's episode, I can get the remainder of those pages done. That's just 4 more pages. And then I'll have to get started on all the photos we took for the Office 5K. And it's not just the ones we took. There were a lot taken by professional photographers that I've downloaded. So I've got my work cut out for me. But like I said, it's my favorite part of scrapbooking. That and the finished product. Thanks for joining me for another episode of Forgotten Photos, and I'll see you next week.